Hi there, my name is John Tyler. I'm a white guy, as you can tell, right? And the subject of racism I see every night on the news, and it makes me sick and tired. I'll tell you why it does. Because I live in a neighborhood, and I'll show you my neighborhood, but I'd say 70% of my neighbors are black. Another 20% are Hispanic. And that leaves 10% white guys in my neighborhood. So you say, well, John, you must live in a ghetto. Let me go get a picture and I'll put it above my head of my neighborhood. Hang on. So that is my neighborhood. And up and down my street, I live to the right of the brick house that you see. But the neighborhood is clean, it's neat. Most of the homes are brick, all brick, ranch houses like mine and all my neighbors. And the other thing, before I get going, let me get rid of that neighborhood picture first. So my neighbors, my black neighbors, and I get along swell. Not only do we get along swell, there's a couple of my friends that they and we go out to lunch. Sometimes they buy, sometimes I buy. Not a big deal. It's Burger King probably, or Olive Garden we've gone to. But we sit across the table and we talk to one another. Yes, my black friends will tell you, and they're absolutely right, and they tell me that they're not racist, but they do have some gripes, and the gripes are, almost all of them have expressed this. They say, John, I get pulled over by the cops an unusual amount of times, to which I agree. I'm an old guy with white hair, and I don't think I might have got pulled over once in my entire lifetime. So I get it. But that's basically where their problem is. Now, when I go to the supermarket, I intentionally, like today, November 3rd, 2021, today I was in a supermarket, and I always do this. I will personally stop and talk to somebody who's black. And in the case of today in the store, this old black guy who had a little mustache, gray, and he had a cool hat. And I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, man, that is a cool hat. To which he thanked me. And then I saw him later on sitting at the bench doing a scratch off, waiting for his wife apparently. And I said, that's still a cool hat. So, and we just shoot the crap right there in the store. I was at UPS today delivering a camera that I didn't like for a refund. And there was a black guy carrying a big heavy package, and he was probably 100 feet from me. I opened the door for the guy, as I would normally do, and then I yelled across the parking lot. I said, come on, man, you got the heavy package. I'm just going to hold the door open for you. And we were talking all the way till he got to the door, and then he went inside, and I left in my car. But I do this all the time. I'll talk to people in the parking lot, and I'm talking about black people in the parking lot. They're as friendly as can be. They're cordial. They're nice to me. I'm nice to them. We all get along. We don't see what the news is trying to promote. So that's why the sign over there says, what? Racism? What racism? I don't see it. Again, I go out with this friend of mine. I brought him to the city of Charlotte because he needed to get down to Atlanta, Georgia on a bus. So he calls me up and, John, can you just give me a lift over to the bus station in Charlotte? Sure. So I pick him up. And then when he got back from Atlanta, Georgia, I get a phone call. John, can you pick me up and bring me home? A neighbor. And I said, absolutely yes. Now, you say, well, gee, what's the matter? The guy doesn't have a car? Yes, he does, but he calls a friend of his to go and pick him up. He doesn't want to leave his car in Charlotte. I don't blame him. The thing would be like in New York, stripped, right, by the nighttime. So I don't see it. He doesn't see it. The friend down the street from me that I also go out to eat with, he's got a gripe about the cops pulling him over. And again, I see that, I get it. And maybe they ought to just cut that crap out and we wouldn't have a problem. But most of my black friends and my black neighbors, everybody gets along. Everybody. And we don't see what, as I say, what the newscasters tell us is going on. So it seems to me like they're trying to push division between blacks and whites. We know it, the white guys, and my black friends know it. So we're trying to just, get along like we always have. Is there racism in the world? Yes. Is there racism in the United States? Of course. There's always people that don't like Chinese. They don't like this. They don't like that. They don't like white guys. So it is what it is, and it's always going to be that way because that's the evilness that's in people. But to try to push racism aggravates me. And I study things too a lot. And on my website here on YouTube, I have quite a few different things. One of them is communism. That's who's taken over America in the political party known as the Democrats. Socialism. But in 1923, the communists got together and said, we want to, eventually, we know what's going to divide America. And that's to cause and create a race war. That was 1923. Don't believe me? Google it. 1923, communist says race war. Also Google the 1963 Communist Manifesto on record in Congress. I did. You would be shocked to see what the socialists in government now have accomplished. About 95% of that Communist Manifesto. So again, I think that it's this critical race theory crap, which it is, it's to cause division. And it's doing so. Parents are upset about it. They used to teach in school reading, writing, arithmetic, history, geography, stuff that would help people. Now it's social justice, critical race theory, transgenderism, so that the little kids, they separate them in first grade. You kids stand over there. Now, are you a girl or are you a boy? And they want to put a guilt trip on them if they say that they're a girl or a boy, which they are. Either a girl or... I'm a guy. I'm not a girl. Anyway, racism. I don't see it. My black friends in my neighborhood don't see it. So the only people that see it and are promoting it are the socialists in the news media and the socialists in our government. Hopefully we'll get rid of most of them in 2022. I'll see you next time.